Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ill Chill Will Show. I'm your host, Will, and this is episode 10. In today's episode, NBA free agency is going crazy, man. I'm going to talk about a lot of the moves that were made, especially the main ones. I got to give my Lakers a draft grade also and a free agency grade. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, but I'm definitely going to get into it. And last but not least, the Let's Talk About It segment got something great for y'all. But first,
I said I'm ready for greatness. 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 I said I'm ready for. You learn to live no strangers. I said I'm ready for greatness.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of the Ill Chill Will Show, man. How was y'all week last week? I hope it was great. How was your week this week? I hope it's still going good. How do y'all feel about your NBA teams, man, and how they did in the free agency and the draft, by the way? I'm going to talk about mine. I'm going to cry a little bit. Get the Kleenex ready for me. I'm definitely going to need it because I will be crying about the Lakers later on. But let's talk about some of the very big moves that I love seeing. Starting off with Dejounte Murray, traded from the Hawks to the Pelicans. The Pelicans did not have to give up a lot like the Knicks did to get Mikal Bridges. Pelicans only gave up 2 first-round picks versus the 5 that the Knicks had to give up to the Nets. But that's another story. We talked about that last week. Go listen to episode 9. But like I said, only 2 first-round picks. That's great. That's great for the Pelicans. And all they had to do was give up Dyson Daniels, who is a very good guard. He's on the come up. I think his points per game will take a jump this season, especially with the Hawks, because only other scorer they have on their team is Trae Young. So I mean, Dyson Daniels, he can definitely put the ball in the basket. He's someone to look at. They also got a veteran in Larry Nance Jr. coming over, which was great also for the Hawks. But I mean, the Pelicans, man, they got away with a very good player, an all-star player at that, who can play both ways on the floor. Now, what they're going to do with Brandon Ingram in the offseason, that's to be determined. I think Brandon Ingram should come back to L.A. Come back to L.A. But, hey, we'll talk about that another time. Biggest domino to drop, Paul George to Philadelphia 76ers. What do y'all think about it? Me, I felt like it was a perfect landing spot for him. But will the Sixers be able to fill out the rest of their roster? I mean, Kelly Oubre, I like him. You know, I like Eric Gordon. But will they be able to bring back on the veteran minimum, man, like Kyle Lowry? Will they be able to bring him back on the veteran minimum? I hope they can, because I feel like Kyle helped their team out a lot last season. They're definitely going to need him. They lost DeAnthony Melton. That's a big loss. He went over to the Warriors. That's a big loss for them. So, I mean, this bench is not looking good. I feel like the Celtics formula so far is working. 2 superstars and build around them. I hate to say it, but it's working. 2 superstars and build around those 2 superstars, but the right key players. The Sixers, they're going to have some trouble filling out the rest of this roster. That's just what I'm looking at. Now, it's a good roster, but do I feel like they're automatically a contender to the Celtics? I don't. Because even though Paul George had career highs in shooting from the field and shooting from the three-point line, he's still 34. He still has injury problems. Joel Embiid still have injury problems. The only player that can stay on the floor for them is Tyrese Maxey. And by the way, they still have to fill this team out. There's not that much money left. They gave Paul George a whopping $212 for 4 years. I mean, come on, man. That's 50 million, 50 plus million a year for Paul George, an aging superstar on the back end of his prime. Now, will he help them? Yes. I mean, if this team don't get injured, yes, they will definitely give the Celtics a run for their money, but the Celtics still have a deep team. They're still putting the right pieces around their 2 superstars, and I feel like that is the new formula. The Lakers was ahead, but the Lakers they've been fumbling. But like I said, I'm going to get to that soon. But far as the Sixers, man, like, this is a three-headed monster, top heavy. Top heavy teams have not done it. I talked about this before with the Suns going into the season. I knew the Suns were not going to make it that far because they're top heavy. And once again, you have another team in the Sixers that's top heavy. And by the way, their top are injury prone, very much injury prone. Now, moving on to another big move, Klay Thompson, he goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Lakers, they said that they tried to make an attempt to trade for him, but I wouldn't call that an attempt. Going to get to that soon. Once again, just stay tuned. But Klay Thompson to the Mavericks, I feel like that was definitely a good move for the Mavericks. Klay Thompson right now, he's not a 2. He cannot be your number 2 on the team anymore. But can he be 3 or 4? Most definitely, man. I feel like Kyrie and Luka, he's going to have wide open shots. Now, was he missing wide open shots last year? Yes, he was. I mean, Klay was not good last year. He was missing wide open shots, and that's not like him. But we heard all over ESPN, FS1, and everywhere that he wasn't happy. You could see it all over his face. He wanted to get paid, and the Warriors did not pay him. Now, that's a different discussion by itself. I mean, it goes into what have you done for me lately when it comes to paying a player, and what have you done in the past? Like, you can go with legacy all you want, but I feel like the Warriors made the best move. You have to start looking towards the future. You have to know when something is over with, when something is done. And I feel like for the Warriors to let Klay Thompson go, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's tough. 4 championships with the Warriors. Great. Top score, one of the top scorers, one of the top 3-point scorers, yet alone, the league has ever seen in Klay Thompson. I mean, the Splash Brothers were great. Kudos to them. Great for them. It was great that they were able to do what they did, something that a lot of people said they couldn't do. A shooting team winning a championship, but they did it. They shot the ball well. They played the ball. They played the game the right way, passing the ball all over the place, making sure everyone touched the ball, and they played defense hard. And this will definitely go down. The Golden State Warriors will definitely go down as one of the greatest teams of all time. But it's the end of an era. Klay Thompson to the Mavericks, the start of a new era for Klay Thompson. I feel like he's going to fit in well with the Mavericks. Like I said, option number 3 or 4 is great for him. He's going to have to be 3 because, I mean, the Mavericks, they lost Derrick Jones. He went to the Clippers, signed with the Clippers, which is pretty interesting. The Clippers also signed James Harden, transitioning to another team. James Harden, $70 million for 2 years. I don't know. I don't like it. I think he has a player option on it also. But, I mean, Paul George is James Harden the reason Paul George decided to leave? Now, everybody's saying, I didn't listen to the podcast. I haven't seen his podcast. But on Paul George's podcast, apparently he said he wants to play the right way. And Kendrick Perkins of ESPN, he has been saying for a couple of episodes of NBA Today on ESPN that Paul George wasn't saying that he wanted to play the right way until James Harden got there. So that's very interesting, man. And everybody been going back and forth on if Kawhi wouldn't have accepted the 3-year deal and accepted a 4-year deal and a whole bunch of different stuff of if Paul George would have wanted to stay. I feel like the elephant in the room is James Harden, to make a long story short. It's James Harden. And for the Lakers to want James Harden also, that just speaks a lot of volumes for what the front office is doing in LA. Now, DeMar DeRozan, he's still out there, but I don't see the Lakers getting him. I wouldn't call him a big domino. Paul George was the player that everybody wanted. But the Sixers were able to swoop in and get him. We don't really know what's going to go on with Miami and Jimmy Butler. It's still a whole lot of pieces to be changed around. I'm telling you, like, we've been getting a whole lot of action and seeing a whole lot of action from a lot of teams so far. But I'm thinking we're just seeing just a little bit of it so far because like I said, down there in Miami, Pat Riley, I mean, he pretty much dropped the bomb on Jimmy Butler and the head coach, So, I mean, Eric Spoelstra, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen in Miami. I mean, Pat Riley pretty much told Jimmy Butler, hey, if you're not playing, you need to shut up. And he told Eric Spoelstra that he need to figure out his offense, figure out some more offense. Miami Heat, by the way, they have struggled on offense the last couple of years. Well, not really the last couple. They struggled on offense for most of Eric Spoelstra's tenure, in Miami. So I mean, I don't know. Like Pat Riley might be getting ready to clean house with Miami, but we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen with that. But all in all, what do y'all think about the draft? Do y'all feel like y'all team drafted the best player? Do y'all feel like y'all team did great in the draft and free agency? I hope y'all like what y'all seen. Me personally, the Lakers. I love the draft. I will give the Lakers draft an A-. And that A is coming. That A- is coming from Dalton Knecht. I love the pick, but I got to dig into the pick. I got to dig into it. So do y'all really want to know, as if y'all really care, what I think about what the Lakers did and how do I feel like they should be graded? What's going to happen? Well, I'm about to make a lot of family members and friends mad at me because right now, the Lakers, The Lakers, I mean, I'm probably going to get a copyright for this on YouTube, but Lakers ain't looking good, man. Lakers are dead this season, man. The Lakers are dead this season. And the reason I say that, okay, first off with the hire of JJ Redick. JJ Redick decided to hire assistant coaches that were head coaches at one time. And a lot of people probably gonna push back on me and say, well, hey, this what all coaches should do that haven't coached before. And I feel you on that. I feel you. But let's hire some guys that's a little more younger, a little bit like have the age that JJ has, in like the early 40s, instead of hiring dinosaurs. Scott Brooks, OKC, former head coach of the Washington Wizards, he put on his coaching staff. What has Scott Brooks done in this league? Come on. Besides the NBA Finals, coaching a team that had Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and James Harden to the finals. A very young team, but we saw what all three of these guys, we're talking about 3 MVPs on your team. Of course you should have gotten to the NBA Finals with that. But after that, what has Scott Brooks done? Crickets. Nate McMillan, he definitely ain't done nothing in the league. Another assistant that JJ put underneath him. JJ, if you want to be successful in the league, you're going to have to make your own way because those two coaches, I don't see it happening. How are they going to help him moving forward and help him put the team in a position to win? Now, to top it off, what's up with all of this player development thing now, man? Soon as we draft Bronny, soon as we didn't get the free agency, the free agents that we wanted, you want to switch off to saying it's about player development now. What's up with this, man? Look, this is no knock against LeBron, no knock against Rich Paul on everything that I'm about to say, because if you can do it, then go ahead and do it. But all I can say is LeBron and Rich Paul, they're playing the Lakers like a damn fiddle, man. Playing them. Rich Paul getting everything that he want out of the Lakers along with LeBron James. They're putting out these false stories talking about LeBron. He opted out to give the team a chance to sign somebody at the mid-level exception and then saying that, he wanted Klay Thompson on the team. Well, if you wanted Klay Thompson on the team, you should have known that the Lakers offered the Warriors nothing but D'Angelo Russell. Please tell me, why would the Warriors take back a player that they traded away 2 years ago. That's like me saying, hey, I just got a new HVAC system last year. Somebody's trying to trade me the old HVAC system that I got out of here that wasn't working in my house. And I'm saying, oh, yeah, I would gladly take that back. I don't mind sweating. Come on, man. It doesn't make sense at all. Doesn't make sense at all. Then Rich Paul with the Bronny thing. Like I said, Dalton Knecht, that was a great pick. The Bronny pick, I don't have a problem with it because, honestly, if I was LeBron or if I was Bronny, I would have wanted that to happen myself. I would have wanted that to happen. I would have made sure that that happened. I would have made sure that my son would be on my team, or as the son of a NBA legend, if he can pull strings and help me get to the NBA, hey, help me follow my dreams. So I don't have no problem with that. But with that being said, okay, you pick up Bronny in the draft. Now, once again, you're pulling more attention to the team. Rich Paul allegedly putting out, excuse me, y'all, news statements to ESPN saying that LeBron opted out of his contract so he could give the team a better opportunity to sign a player, like I just said, at the mid-level exception. Just for us to miss out on everybody, Paul George and all, just to put out another statement saying now that the Lakers missed out on their free agency guys that they wanted to bring in, now LeBron can sign for more money, pretty much. Like I already knew that was going to happen. You missed out on everybody. Now you're back to player development. Hello. Like Herm Edwards, hello. We played to win the game. Hello. Come on, man. We traded away the farm. I talked about this last week. We traded away the whole farm a couple of years ago for Anthony Davis. That's why I just said, Brandon Ingram, please come back. Y'all brought back the wrong player. D-Lo, he's cool, but Brandon Ingram should have been the player that we should have fought for and kept. But now all of a sudden, we just cannot let go Austin Reeves. Talked about Dejounte Murray just a few minutes ago, traded from the Hawks to the Pelicans. We could have gotten him. They really wanted Klay Thompson. They could have gotten him too. Everybody wants Austin Reeves. We're holding on to Austin Reeves for some reason. But keep Austin Reeves in mind, because I'm about to bring up two different things. Do y'all feel like Brandon Ingram is better than Austin Reeves? Matter of fact, that's unfair. Because Brandon Ingram is in his prime right now, and Austin haven't gotten there yet. But if you watch basketball, think back to Brandon Ingram at the same level as Austin Reeves in his career. Austin Reeves, he's going into his third or fourth season. Remember Brandon Ingram in his third or fourth season? Who was better at that time? Brandon Ingram. But you didn't fight that hard for him to keep him in the Anthony Davis trade. Now, okay, I know what everybody's going to say. Well, it's Anthony Davis compared to Dejounte Murray or Klay Thompson. Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is, don't be fooled by the illusion that the Lakers are trying to pull over your eyes. They pulling out the player development card because, one, they drafted Bronny James, a player, which another question will be raised to y'all, a player, if he wasn't LeBron James' son, do y'all really think he would be in the league right now? Y'all can answer that question. I'm going to answer it for myself and for y'all to hear. I will say no. And there's no knock against Bronny. But Bronny would have actually did it his own way. He would have had to have done it his own way. He would have had to have possibly started overseas, then transitioning to the G League, and then finally working his way up to the NBA, or possibly being a longtime G League player and eventually working his way up to the NBA. But regardless, that would have been his route. It wouldn't have been Rich Paul calling around teams telling them, hey, if you draft Bronny, he's going to play in Australia. Like, a lot of teams were really looking for him. It was just two teams. One of the teams his dad played for, and they really want to keep him happy. The second team, the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, have James Jones on the team, who LeBron James, he's very good friends with them. They even talked about the Spurs. LeBron have a great relationship with Coach Pop with the Spurs. So these are all LeBron connections that's helping Bronny out. It's a whole lot of other teams out there. Come on now. You got 27 other teams. You think 27 other teams were checking for Bronny James? I don't think so. There's no knock against him. This is all about the Lakers and the shenanigans that they're putting out there and trying to make it seem like what they're doing, where the truth is they're not doing anything. It's a circus. And to be honest with you, I'm tired of being along for the ride because player development, I can't do it. I can't do it. You're holding on to Austin Reeves just to go draft Austin Reeves. Dalton Knecht is a better version of Austin Reeves at his starting point. Now, is Austin better than Dalton right now? Yes, he should be because he's been in the league longer. But Dalton being drafted and him coming into the league, he was better than Austin was coming into the league. He has a lot to his game. So when I see Dalton, I see a lot of Austin Reeves already. So you mean to tell me you're holding on to a player that you drafted another version of him? You could have traded him to get Dejounte Murray over to the Lakers. That's who I would have traded Austin Reeves for. Dejounte, he's still young. He's in his prime, and he can play, and I'm pretty sure the Hawks would have taken him. Klay Thompson, I ain't even sweating that. I don't want Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is beyond his prime, and to be honest with you, he's not the same player. Will he work in Dallas? I think he will, but Klay Thompson, no. But for Dejounte Murray, what? Give me Dejounte all day over Austin Reeves, and that's no knock to Austin Reeves, but if you want to win, man, this is what you going to do. The Lakers, they're out of the wanting to win part of the franchise. They don't want to win anymore. They're not showing anything that shows that they want to win. All I see is a mom and pop business trying to keep all the history to themselves. First team to have father and son on the floor at the same time. Stop it. This is turning into, and rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. But Kobe Bryant's last year, when we had Byron Scott as the coach, and all he did was smile and laughed, and everybody was smiling as the Lakers were getting their ass kicked every single night. Kobe did have 62 points, or 60 plus points in that last game to stop the Jazz from making the playoffs. That Jazz team was pretty good, by the way. But that's besides the point. The point is, this ain't looking good. And I don't want to stay here no more. I'm sick of it. I think I might have to let the Lakers go, man. The reason I came to the Lakers franchise was because of Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in peace once again, Kobe. But right now, this situation with the Lakers is not looking good. Don't look like it's getting better. We're putting everything into a 40-year-old player. It's no knock against LeBron, but LeBron James is 40. We just gave him a contract for $104 million. Now, he does have a second-year player option on that second year, but it's still $52 million to a 40-year-old player. Now, did he earn that last season? Yes, I'll give it to him. Everybody want to say, if the Lakers play any other team but Denver, they would have made it to the finals. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't have. Please tell me how they could have gotten through OKC or the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not trying to hear it. They struggled to even, yes, they were leading in a lot of the games going to the fourth quarter against Denver, but still, at the same time, you didn't close. They went up against a Denver team that really was weak. They were weak in. Jamal Murray wasn't 100%. Michael Porter Jr., he's playing through what, his brother did, trying to stay focused on the game. Then you got in the back of your head, your brother just got, suspended indefinitely over gambling. Like, that's a lot to take in. But somebody please tell me, how do y'all actually think the Lakers could have made their way to the finals if they didn't play Denver? I just don't see it. Yeah, out of the first round, yes. But to the finals, no. It's not going to happen. And it's definitely not going to happen this season. Now, on a side note, Denver is on a downslide. KCP goes to Orlando. So Denver, once again, they lost another building block that helped them win that championship the year before last. But outside of that, who can the Lakers actually beat now in the West? The Timberwolves getting better. OKC, they got better. Dallas, they actually got better. I know I said what I said about Klay, but I feel like Dallas, they got better by getting Klay. All you got to do is catch and shoot there. But outside of that, who can the Lakers beat? I don't see it happening this season. I don't see it happening for the next couple of years. If they're really, really, really serious about player development, then I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you ask me, the Lakers will always be that team that's looking for the big fish in the sea versus raising up a farm of their own and being juggernauts in the league. At some point, the Lakers are going to have to sit back, look in the mirror, and they're going to have to draft well and develop those players and turn it into a championship. It's been done over and over again. Celtics most recently. Before the Celtics, it was the Warriors. For the Warriors, it was the Sparrows. The days of trading for players and putting this player here and putting that player there is over with. Top-heavy teams is over with. Stop looking for a third superstar. Put a great team around two. That's all I got, man. I tried to take it light. I tried to take it easy on the Lakers, man. But I'm tired of seeing the same thing. What do y'all think about it? If you're a Lakers fan, how do y'all feel about my take? Also, for your team, how do y'all feel about y'all team and what they done? Just how do y'all feel about the subject as a whole, man? When we come back, we're going to get into the Let's Talk About It segment. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Will. If you're enjoying the Ill Chill Will Show, you can catch me each and every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. And if you don't mind, please like, share, and rate the show. It would greatly help the show move forward. And if you want to follow me on social media, on TikTok and Instagram, I go by the same handle. It's at illchill_will. And on X, it's at ill_chill_will. Thank y'all for listening. Let's get back into the show. Let's talk about it. Angel Reese, Rookie of the Month, man. Angel Reese, ever since she came into the league, she has been on a tear, man. Congratulations to her. In the month of June, she averaged a double-double, 14 points, 13 rebounds. She also lead the league in rebounds, by the way, averaging 11.8 rebounds a game and 13 points a game. This is a rookie season. She's doing a great job. We definitely need to give Angel Reese some love. And by the way, she made the All-Star team as a rookie also. So, Angel Reese, congratulations to you. Great job for channeling your Mamba mentality. And with that being said, it's a constant quest to try to be better today than you were yesterday and better tomorrow than you were the day before. Kobe Bryant, that's my time. Talk to y'all next week. Peace and blessings.